I didn't do a video Easter Sunday, because like most people, I took off for the holiday. Now I am back, and we're talking about a film based on Noah's Ark, from the good people over at Golden Films. At least it's not Dingo Pictures, I guess. So this is the second time I'm looking at a film from Golden Films. For those not in the know, they often release lower-budget cartoon renditions of fairy tales for children, most of which have already been popularized by big content companies like Disney. The last time I looked at a film from them, it was their Aladdin film from 1992. Speaking of which, hey Mr. Durka, would you like to do this review with me since we did the Aladdin video together? Bro, no. Oh, okay then. On a more serious note, could this be a good Noah's Ark movie in the same league as something like Evan Almighty or the VeggieTales episode based on Noah's Ark? Well, if anything, it's probably going to be better than the VeggieTales in the House episode based on Noah's Ark. Haha! This is Noah's Ark by Golden Films. The film begins with a gospel song sung by animals that are now boarding the Ark. This goes on for about 3 minutes, and they even show the animals on the Ark during the storm. But it's not like we're starting the movie there just yet, since we then jump back before the Ark's construction. We then see the talking animal characters that live with Noah and his family, including a talking dog, donkey, rooster, and cow. I'm not really sure why they talk, other than they just wanted to do the usual cutesy animal characters, but it's not even really used that effectively. I get it's an animated movie and it's made for really young children, but can the humans understand them? Well, no, I guess. They never interact directly. Instead, they help the human characters behind the scenes. Yes, it's one of those cartoons. Look, when VeggieTales does it, it's charming. I can't tell if this movie is trying to play by its own rules or by El Arca rules, in which there are no rules. Oh, would you like to see how the human characters talk in this movie?
Run, Clodford! To the barn! Run! Run yourself, boy! Hurry, Father! I'm too weak! Leave me, Japheth! No!
It might be a little bit difficult considering some of the background music is a little too loud for the characters. Get ready for more of that because this film has plenty of scenes where characters are talking and it's being drowned out by this classical royalty-free music.
Sarah, are you up?
And when haven't I been up before the cocks crowed fixing your breakfast?
Oh wait, hold on, what did she say there? Cut to the city that Noah and his family live outside of, where the greedy, gluttonous king is yelling at his daughter to marry a prince for political reasons. But she doesn't want to do that, so she runs away on the back of a donkey, along with her talking dove companion.
So not only did they design this character to look like a mixture of Belle from Beauty and the Beast and Ariel from Little Mermaid, but they also gave her Princess Jasmine's character motivation. Even when they're not ripping off Disney, they're still ripping off Disney.
The king sends his men to go out and look for his daughter, as they end up checking on Noah and his family, which really upsets one of his 3 sons, Japheth.
Who looks like a knockoff Prince Eric from Little Mermaid. Seriously, does anyone else see this?
Japheth is so offended by how rude the king and his men are, he says that he could have easily fought each and every one of them. His parents tell him to calm down, so he goes for a walk through this barren desert that also has grass for some reason, as he comes face to face with the princess in this forest area.
Do you come here often?
Oh, every day, almost. It's where I come when I want to get away from things.
Oh, it's beautiful and quiet. Not like the city.
Ah, the city. I have to go there sometimes. It seems full of people who want nothing more than to fill their pockets with gold.
No one ever has enough. Even those who have the most of all.
Like the king.
Yes.
It's nice to find someone who's different.
Oh, dude, man, bro, come on. They're even gonna do the thing where it's revealed that she's really a princess. Was there just too much Aladdin to rip off in one Golden Films animated movie? I thought you said you weren't going to be a part of this review. Shut up. Naturally, they fall for one another. Cue 2-minute song sequence, and repeated animation that doesn't even try with the lip syncing, and an image that appears at the end of the movie, but they used it around the 12-minute mark.
If I want to see a romance between two cartoon donkeys, I will happily stick with Matilda and Cranky Doodle. Thank you very much.
Cut to later that night, where we finally get the scene of God telling Noah to begin construction on the Ark, and I find it a rather blasphemous depiction because they drown out the voice of the Lord himself with how loud this background music is.
It is I.
God?
I know you to be a good man and righteous. Therefore, it is you I have chosen.
Chosen?
Noah runs to tell his family, but much like the original story, they think he's crazy at first. After another scene of the princess and her greedy king father, we then see the next morning as Noah asks his family to help with the Ark's construction.
Don't tell me your rain foot's still itching.
Yeah, like crazy.
Doesn't look like rain to me.
Foot never lies. Noah could be right. Storm's coming, and it's a big one.
So, in this film, can the animals not hear the voice of God? See what I mean with the whole human-animals interspecies communication problem thing being a little bit confusing in this movie? While Noah assembles his 2 other sons and their wives to help round up the animals, Japheth sits and waits for the Princess Rachel by a river in the middle of the desert, still thinking that she is a peasant and that maybe he should lie about being a wealthy merchant, but leave it to the cutesy dove's sidekick to send him a message written in stone, that she wants to see him soon. The dove brings the stone back to her, and her father finds out about this. As you'd expect, he is not too pleased.
I'll have that farm boy's hide. Soldiers!
We also get this minor story beat about the rooster leading some workers' revolution against the humans, thinking that this is some kind of elaborate trick they're playing, but none of the other animals go for it except for these chickens. While Noah's working on the Ark, about time considering we're halfway through the movie and we're just now getting to the Ark, the king's men arrive looking for Japheth, and here it's revealed that Rachel is a princess. But no time for that, back to the Ark.
It must be large enough for all the animals.
Are you sure the others are safe sleeping on the boat?
The Ark, dear. Yes, I'm sure they're fine. Tomorrow, we begin to gather the animals.
That's nice. Blow out the candle, dear.
2 of every kind. 1 male and 1 female. Good night, Sarah.
Good night, Noah.
We see Noah's 2 other sons being skeptical about rounding up a male and female lion, but their worries are soon put to rest as they pray for no harm to come to them. And like they often say, ask and ye shall receive. So now it seems they've successfully gathered 2 of every animal. Cue Ryu's song from the beginning. While that's going on, I want to bring up one of the main issues I have with this film. We're about halfway through the movie right now, and we are just now getting to the original story. I sit down to watch a movie based on Noah's Ark. I expect more about the animals and the construction of the boat than I do about one of Noah's sons falling in love with some princess. Even with a very short running time of 40 minutes, this movie feels incredibly padded out. El Arca did that joke so much better.
I think this is no more than a trap to hunt all of us down.
That joke was done better in Fantasia 2000 when they did the pomp and circumstance sequence. After a bunch of antics with the animals boarding the Ark that goes on forever, we see Japheth, the donkey, and the dog go to rescue Rachel, the girl donkey, and the dove, which includes a scene where she comedically sneaks out of her containment past a sleeping guard. Yeah, he clearly wasn't smart enough to survive the flood. And look at this continuity. Outside scenes, stormy clouds. Inside scenes, starry night sky. Oh, come on, how do you make a mistake like that? Even I wouldn't make that mistake. And I know nothing about filmmaking.
It's only a shower. The water will be gone by morning.
Poor Eber. Maybe I can swim swim out and get it.
Yeah, man, quick, grab your cock and get out of there.
You want to say that again, and maybe phrase it a little differently? So, after 3 minutes of talking animal shenanigans involving the animals settling in with each other, we see the morale on the boat starts to go down over time. But thankfully, another gospel song with even more reused animation can lighten their spirits.
I'm gonna believe in the Lord, I'm gonna believe in the Lord, I'm gonna believe in the Lord and the power. I'm gonna believe in the Lord, I'm gonna believe in the Lord, I'm gonna receive my reward like a shower.
So Noah finally sends the dove to find signs of land, and of course it comes back with an olive branch, which means they can finally start things over again. Oh, and Japheth and Rachel also get married.
You are now husband and wife.
Ew, that doesn't look like it was drawn correctly. Please don't show that. Cut away from that. So that was Noah's Ark from Golden Films. And while some might say the animation is a bit sloppy, the editing is a bit all over the place, the pacing isn't very good, what with the original story barely being featured, and the audio mixing being all kinds of wrong, I personally think that just because this is based on a Bible story that I like, all those problems are null and void, and I highly recommend this film. Oh, well, whatever, Ariel. Everyone knows that animation is for really little children. Hey, don't call me Amy Schumer. Never compare me to Amy Schumer. Really? Well, geez, where did all that time go? I wasn't even paying attention to that kind of thing. All these years. Finally gonna get to a 100th episode. Geez, I'm a bit shocked. I kind of don't know what I should do for such an occasion. Well, geez. What am I possibly going to do for such a milestone?
You've so much to tell you, I don't know where to begin.
Then don't say anything.
Welcome to Tariq Nasheed School of Audio Engineering, Step 1.